And they called it puppy.
Funny you don't see the things that I see in you. Doesn't have to make sense for it to be the truth. Blowing on homegrown in your new whip. Quit smoking about a week ago, but for you I guess I let it slip. We stayed up all night. Full moon.
Hello, welcome to ONEJohnson Tarot. I decided to do a spontaneous reading tonight. I'll be doing an empath spread. There's something in the air. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I've learned along the way to not dismiss anything, especially when it comes to intuition and discernment. I'm feeling, it was a beautiful day today. I live in California. I don't know where you are right now. Beautiful day, warm, sunny. You know, when I went out, just felt feeling of hope and just thankfulness and gratefulness. But there were pockets during the day where, I don't know, just out of nowhere, it was just this energy of sadness, energy of longing. Maybe at this time you have loved ones reaching out to you. Maybe they don't pick up the phone or send that text, but you can feel that energy. An energy of I'm sorry, an energy of I miss you, an energy of I love you, an energy of regretfulness, an energy of just thinking over the past. And with everything that's happened this week, I think that's normal. People are kind of, you know, going over their lives with a fine-tooth comb and really sitting down with those truths. But for empaths, in the pathways of all these different energies, it can be a challenge to really dissect, hey, does this belong to me? Does this belong to someone else? And if you're not grounded and centered, a lot of times you just end up taking on everything, you know. But with everything that's happened this week, that's kind of our calling, right? We take those energies and we sit with them. We nurture them. We send out help. We send out love. We send out divine protection. I've had some really weird dreams this week. Not quite remembering them fully, beginning to end, but bits and pieces, enough that they gave me pause. And just, you know, really, if you're an empath, you can't help but pay attention to the synchronicities out in the world, right? And so I say that to say this, to definitely, you know, I just hope everyone is with their loved ones and taking that time to nurture and water those things that are near and dear to them, right? So this empath spread I found on IG, and I think that it'll be very helpful, so I think that I'll give it a try and see how the cards can help empaths at this time. I'm going to pull 5 cards. Alright, so card 1 will be how to protect your energy and space as an empath. Card 2, balancing helping others while also helping yourself, while also caring for yourself. Card 3, how to release others' emotions and baggage, because as I was saying before, we tend to just carry everything, because that's how empaths are. We're like, okay, I'll, I'll carry that for you. I'll help you with that because we're used to it. But that can be physically and emotionally draining for us. And I can always tell when I'm carrying too much of a heavy load because I can actually see it all over me. My shine is not so bright. I actually get a little dull. So that's when I have to really pull back and assess and say, wait a minute. Let me make sure that I'm pouring into me just as much as I'm sending healing energy out into the world. So pulling card 4 will be how to use my empathy to improve the world. And slide those up a bit there. And then card 5. How is this empathy connected to my divine gifts? Here. All right, so let's pull card 1 and see what we have. How to protect my energy and space. We have the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups, how to protect your energy and space, empaths. I don't know that Bible verse forward and backwards, but a little bit of it is you want to focus on those things that are good, those things that are true. Righteousness, purity, happiness, hope for the future, hope for better days, for your happy ending, for your wish fulfillment. You protect your energy and space by keeping your focus on the important things, what matters the most. I've been saying all this week, you want to keep the proper perspective. Focus on your goals and what you're working towards, right? This is a challenging time for a lot of people, especially emotionally. It's a lot to take on. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to try and deal with. And everybody's doing the best they can in their own way. You may even have been self-medicating and not using some positive ways to really take care of yourself, and that's understandable. But when things get too much and too bogged down and too heavy, that's when you really have to just kind of yank yourself up out of that depression, out of that heavy energy, and put your mind, thoughts, emotions, feelings, and focus back on the good things in life that you are looking forward to, those good things that you are trying to manifest, your intentions, your home, your family, your dreams, your aspirations, everything that you're pouring into yourself to be, the help and the work that you do for others. Clean heart, sincere intentions. Those are the things that you focus on, and that is how you protect yourself. By keeping the good things in front of you. All right, so card 2, how do I balance helping others while also taking care of myself? So we have the 6 of Swords. Knowing when to let go. Knowing when it's time to move on. There's only so much that you can do. And that's where discernment comes in. And you're really saying to yourself, is me helping this person really helping them? Or am I getting in the way and hurting them? Am I pouring into this person so much that I'm suffering? You also need to carve out time to take that space to yourself to recharge. It's very important. Right? That's what the Six of Swords says to me. It says sometimes you just need to remove yourself from that energy, that empath energy of saving everybody from putting on your cape, and take a moment just to be still. You can't do all and be all to everyone if you're suffering yourself. You have to know when to pack up your tools, your medicine bag. And take a moment for yourself. You call it a pregnant pause. Because while you're helping others, you're also going through things yourself too. And you see she has 6 swords in there. Sometimes you have to look at those things and really, really discern. Okay, what belongs to me? And whatever doesn't belong to me, you have to let that sink into the ocean. Really take some time away from everybody and everything and all the energies and all the noise to hear your voice again. That is how you create balance. By knowing when to step aside, to take a step back, to breathe, to center yourself, to ground yourself. That's how you keep yourself healthy. So that you're able to continue to do the work of helping others. Knowing when to take a moment. All right, so card 3. How do I release others' emotions and baggage? Justice. Justice to me is discernment. Fair discernment and assessment of the energies that you're taking on, of the problems and the issues and the trials of life and those friend, people, places, and things you choose to intercede on behalf of. Really assessing, who am I serving here? And is my service for the greatest good? Because some lessons and some trials and tribulations they have to be learned on their own. And a lot of times empaths, we come in trying to save the day, and it's just like, God's like, no, I be there, but stand off to the side because I'm working. There is such thing as divine justice, divine truth. And the empath's job is to really nail that down and see it in the black and white. And a lot of people don't like to operate in black and white. They like to kind of get in the gray. But with some issues and some problems and some energies, it's necessary so that you can be clear cut and decisive. See how she's holding that sword up? And she's got the scales of the balance there in her other hand. I'm going to be wise about the energies that I choose to interact with. And whatever doesn't belong to me, I'm going to set it down. Whatever is draining, I'm going to set it down. Whatever is harmful to me, I'm going to set it down. I'm not going to interact with those energies anymore. And I'm not going to feel any way about it. Because at the end, I can't pour into others and heal others if I'm hurting myself. And hurting myself by interacting with toxic, manipulative, narcissistic, or negative energies, energy vampires that only seek to drain you so that you don't have anything left to pour into the people and the sheep that need you. Those are the things that you release. So anytime, empaths, you move in to help someone, take your discernment with you. Yes, our heart is always right at the center, but take your discernment and intuition with you. And while you're healing, also make sure that you're cleansing as you leave that space, as you leave that energy, releasing it to peace, releasing it in love. All right, card number 4. How to use my empathy to improve the world. We have the Emperor. Doing what you know you must. Doing what the situation calls for. Standing in truth. Speaking that truth. No fear, but faith that you are protected in the work that you are doing to help others. Seeing people, seeing your brothers, seeing your sisters. Looking people in the eye and really seeing in their souls. Not just passing by like ships, but really looking at people and honoring and seeing where they are in life, where they stand. Whether their energy is good or bad. Evil or good intent. But taking that moment to really see and meet people where they are. I always say the hardest thing, they say in the Bible to love your enemies. And boy, is that hard. When you have broken hearts and broken people that are intent on causing destruction to others. You say, God, how do I meet that energy with love? They say love is the only thing that can conquer hate. But when you're in the muck of it, it's one of the hardest things to do. But that is the power of the Emperor. Good for all. Using that force of assuredness, uncertainty, and that power of righteousness and love to really see people for who they are, where they are, And even if it's bad, and even if it's harmful to you, not hating them for it, but to try and really see the reason behind those actions, where that hurt is. What is the root of that hurt? Because they always say hurt people, right? But you can't really get to the root of that pain if you're so focused on the bad or the evil that's being done. You say, what is the root of it? What can I do to make a difference? And if I can't get in the middle of it, how can I work the corners or the outer edges of it to incite change? Change that benefits all. Change that heals all. And standing in that power unflinching. Staring that thing dead in the eye and not being afraid to do the work that needs to be done, empaths. Whether you do it loudly or silently. That is your Emperor energy. Final card, card number 5. How is my empathy connected to my divine gifts? Eight of Wands. Your empathy is connected to your divine gifts by being open to receive those energies, those downloads that you get from Spirit, taking those messages, those divine inclinations. And once you receive those downloads and those messages, to use your intuition and go and do the work that needs to be done. And that can really be a hard thing, and it can be overwhelming. You know, some days I have to tell Spirit, okay, stop, too much, that's enough. There's too many things coming in. I can't handle everything that I'm seeing into the world, about the people in the world. But if you weren't called to that, Spirit wouldn't have given you the gifts. Right? I was just saying earlier this week, like, oh gosh, I see so many things and sometimes I wish I didn't, but at the same time, I got the notion to be thankful and grateful for the messages, for the downloads that I get from Spirit. Because I could be in the dark without sight. But it's better to have insight so that you can move into action and do something about the things that you're receiving. clarifying this Eight of Wands with the Lover's card. It came up in reverse. Being an empath can be overwhelming. Some days there's so much coming at you from so many different directions that it's hard to really, it's like overload. And when you're overloaded, a lot of times you could be short. You could be dismissive, right? But if you have your pulse on the energy of what's happening in the world right now, while it's important to take that time to recharge, to ground and pour into yourself, in the same instance, you're also being called to go higher, to dig deeper into your gifts, to give it everything you have, even when you feel like you have nothing. Don't be dismissive of anyone. Don't dismiss any intuition, any inkling you get, any calls from friends or family. Pay attention to everyone and everything, every message that you get, and be present. Be there. The world needs you. There's a lot of suffering right now. Whatever light that you can bring and shine in on that, those energies, those people suffering heartache and anxiety and pain and loss and regret, whatever light you can shine on that, is worthy to be praised. You're leading them out of the darkness. You're helping them refocus. You're helping them ground themselves. Get back to the bigger picture, to the important things. And as you pour into others, Spirit pours back into you and protects you and guards you and keeps you safe so that you're able to do the work that is needed. All right? I hope this message resonates with you and gives you the highest of help that you need from Spirit. All right, until next time, don't forget to share, like, subscribe. And if you'd like to support me, go ahead and head to my bio, and there's information on how to support me there. Thank you.